This is another fatality. Captain Stephen Cross, he died after an accident in the British Virgin Islands, and the first officer of a super yacht called Motor Yacht Olala faces charges of manslaughter. Now, the fatal collision in the British Virgin Islands has resulted in those manslaughter charges, like I said, for the first officer of that other super yacht. This story is based on reporting from the website Doc.org. We'll link the full story in the description if you want to go and read it. But the incident happened in November 2024 when Stephen Cross was navigating a small rib with guests from his 46-foot charter boat in a no-wake zone. So I think it was a 12-foot rib. And he was in a no-wake zone in North Sound in Virgin Gorda, part of the British Virgin Islands. A no-wake zone is basically what it sounds like. Your vessel is restricted to about 5 knots. This way, your boat creates no wake. And this is designed to protect people like swimmers or people in the water or other smaller vessels, etc. Now, these areas are often close to shorelines, usually within 100 meters of the shorelines on various different islands around the world. As Captain Cross navigated the area carefully, a 21-foot rigid-hulled inflatable boat belonging to super yacht Ulala, being operated by the chief officer, Leslie Joubert, at high speed. According to a witness and local captains, said he saw a black inflatable dinghy with no lights run through a grey inflatable dinghy without stopping. A charter guest who was on board the small rib at the time corroborated the statements. The guest, Nicholas Morana, said that Ulala's tender was travelling at about 25 knots when it ran them over from the rear and continued on its way, leaving all 7 passengers in the water. The boat did not stop, did not come back to give aid to the smaller boat. The most likely scenario is that they didn't even realise they'd hit another boat. It sounds hard to believe when the vessel was not that much smaller. Stephen suffered multiple fractures to his ribs, femur and pelvis, as well as a collapsed lung, and several nearby vessels responded quickly, pulling Stephen and other passengers from the water. Stephen was transported to the Nurse Iris O'Neill Clinic on the Virgin Gorda and later transferred to Dr. Orlando Smith Hospital in Tortola. However, he was pronounced dead later that evening. Now, the chief officer of a 36-year-old South African national was later questioned by police at Sabah Rock. Now, Leslie was later arrested and formally charged with manslaughter before being released on $120,000 bail. Leslie's virtual hearing, which was actually yesterday, on the 11th of February, will review navigation logs, forensic reports and eyewitness testimonies to determine whether his actions constituted gross negligence and if Leslie will stand trial. If convicted, the charge carries a maximum sentence of life in prison. Thanks very much for watching this video. You've been watching a Super Yacht News clip. If you'd like to see the full unedited Super Yacht News video, you can click on the link over here. You can also find our channel links below here. And if you'd like to see more shorter videos like this one, be sure to subscribe to this channel.